This is probably the best NBA summer for all the young guys in the league. Terrible for all the veterans, but here's why. And this is probably the most positive video I've made around the NBA and athletes and just overall the whole game. And before I get into the video, if you're into basketball content and you want basketball content all throughout the summer, every day, every other day, subscribe to the channel. Now, first off, let's start off with Chet Holmgren signing a max contract for $250 million. Now, honestly, I thought this was gonna happen way earlier, but apparently it did not. And he's signed a contract that's worth up to $250 million. So he has a chance to make, what is that? That divided by 5 should give you about $50 million a year. That is a really good contract. I know he probably made like $40 million off his rookie contract, but that to be his extension is amazing. And to know that the Thunder are into extending their main guys and not afraid of the second apron. Well, they also have 15 draft picks, so they do have some type of shield against the second apron. They can also just have a whole bunch of guys and rookie contracts and sign some guys off the veteran minimum. So they're really in a good position. They just have to make sure they extend Jalen Williams next year. But for Chet Holmgren, this is amazing for him. Like, to know that they value you at this level, even though this is, I think, his first time in the playoffs. He had a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of times where we were saying, Chet, just give us 15 points. Just 15 points. That's it. And he'll come out and give you 13, 12, 14, 10. But there were nights where he was excellent. You seen his defense was there. It was always there. There was some nights where his defense wasn't there, but the nights that his defense wasn't there, you couldn't even blame him by himself. The whole team did bad those nights, especially in the NBA Finals. Whenever the defense was off, it was off for everybody, not just one person. But even when the defense was off for everybody else, there was times during those games where Chet Holmgren showed spurts where he can lock in defensively by himself to end the quarter and just be a problem and block shots and just affect shots that are going up. He is 7 feet tall, so I would hope he's able to do that. But there's a lot of guys in the league, as you know, that are 7 foot tall and can't do that. So the fact that he can be a two-way player, he has a very amazing high potential. Like his ceiling is so high. I think that going to this offseason healthy, and it's probably his first offseason where he's going into healthy, coming off an NBA championship, there's a lot to grow, man. I think this just makes everything so much easier for him, takes a lot of stress off of him, and he just knows that he's about to, just really just hoop, man. Just get better, just grow, and there's nothing to worry about no more. You won a championship. You're a top 3, player on this team. You're a very important player on this team. They want you there. They want to keep you. They signed you. There's nothing to worry about. Just hoop, get better, practice. It's only up from here. And before we get into any other news, let's stick with the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Speaking about best summer in the NBA, this is probably the best summer in the NBA for him out of anybody. Like, this is probably the best summer in history for him. The best year in history. I mean, he won league MVP. He was an all-star, all NBA first team. He won conference finals MVP, won a championship, won finals MVP, signed a $285 million extension, became the highest paid not just player on the team or in the NBA, but the highest paid athlete in the United States just based off of on the field action alone. I'm not talking about endorsements. I'm not talking about anything off the field. He's making $285 million, 71.25 million dollars a year averaging. And now he has his signature shoe, and lastly, he is the cover of NBA 2K26. Whew, that was a lot to say. That resume, all that just came from this year alone. Like, his resume is really long. Like, that resume is insane. Like, this 1 year, he just boosted all his attributes. Like, he just a 99 overall this year. He got unlimited badges. There's nothing he didn't get this year. Like, what else does he need to get? This man is only 26 years old with all of this. This is great, man. There's no other way to put this. You cannot even hate on him. He's not involved in the media. He's not involved in any beefs. You don't hear him going back and forth with anybody in the league. There's nothing personal. Players respect him. Players give him his credit. The media talks about him positively. He's not, he's not outside a lot. Like, you don't see him just in your face all the time. You don't see him bragging all the time. He's humble, and he's just winning at all levels right now. You can't even hate on somebody like that. And to be 26 with all of this is amazing, man. Knowing that most athletes peak at 27, that means his next year will hopefully even be a better year for him in terms of his skill level, his athleticism, his aggressiveness, everything else. Now, in terms of money, success, man, I mean, on the league, on the field and on the court, he probably maxed out because it's gonna take another 4 or 5 years before he could sign another extension. But other than that, I think there's a lot more room to grow. Financially, I think there's a lot more to go. I think his next step is his shoe. You need to make that a shoe that is recognizable. A lot of guys have shoes nowadays, like Devin Booker is my favorite player, but even he has a shoe. And, it's not very recognizable. A lot of people don't even talk about it. So I think that's the next step for him. Make sure your shoes becomes like the next, like LeBrons, the Jordans, the, whatever it might be, the Currys, not the Currys, hell no, the Kyries, the Tracy McGrady shoes. Like, you gotta figure out a way to get your shoes up there too. Now, you got a championship, you got everything. Obviously, don't lose focus of the game. You want to still hope, you want to still win championships, but I think that's the next step off the court for more money. Other than that, phenomenal. And it's crazy. I didn't even know bro was married until like this year. That's like even added on, just the cherry on top right there. Like, man, like this man's won in all types of ways this year. It doesn't get better than this. If he can find a way to make it better than this in the next 2 months before the NBA starts again, that will be crazy. And lastly, Paolo Banchero signed a deal with the Orlando Magic, an extension for, I think it's 5 years, and it can reach up to $285 million. Now, this is insane. He could pretty much make what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is making on the Orlando Magic. Now, I don't know if they even thought about the second apron, but I do understand he's talented. I know he's very skillful. I don't want to hear anybody talking crazy, but I do know Shai had to get that, and he won a championship. He won a league MVP. He did all this stuff. Paolo Banchero. If you are not winning a championship, the Magic probably just handicapped themselves for the next couple of years. This second apron is hurting every team. Every team in the league is getting hurt by the second apron. Now, they do have their core players locked in, but eventually it's going to hit you. How many changes can you make for this team? How many, developments can you make for this team? How many pieces can you add for this team that are going to keep, making you grow? This is a very good move for Paolo Banchero. For the Magic, I'm not sure how great of a move this is. Knowing that the second apron is right there. Knowing that you have a lot more to build. Knowing that this isn't the end. Definitely isn't even the middle. You're just in the beginning of building, so it's like, I think you just handicapped yourself in a very bad way. No disrespect to Paolo Banchero. I think he's deserving of this, just skill level. But in terms of winning, I don't think the Magic will be winning anytime soon. I don't think they'll be going far anytime soon. I do know that the East is wide open this year, but unfortunately, I don't think they'll win a championship. They might make it to the NBA Finals this year because the East is so open. Not because they're overly talented. I'm sorry. But on top of that, the next couple of years, good luck building. Because, yeah, you just give up $71 million potentially. If he hits all his player stuff, it does come with a player option last year. But if he hits all the player benefits, everything that they require of him, then it can reach up to that. If he doesn't, I think the base is at 239 million. So you don't really hurt yourself that much. It's just about up to him and how much he develops and how he plays this upcoming year. But this could be really bad for the Magic, honestly. If he hits everything, man, good luck building. Banners out. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. We'll talk with E. Safe.